The things that Donald Trump is saying and doing are genuinely a threat to the democratic process. Our democracy is at risk. Trump is tearing down the guardrails of democracy. The president is literally an existential threat to America. The MAGA Republicans don't just threaten our personal rights and economic security. They're a threat to our very democracy. Democracy was attacked. The will of the people was under assault. Our Constitution faced the gravest of threats. But this is a guy who does everything to separate and frighten people. We can't ignore the impact. It's damaging, it's corrosive, and it's destructive. He embraces dictators like Kim Jong-un, who's a damn murderer and a thug. We must vote knowing what's at stake. This MAGA threat is a threat to the brick and mortar of our democratic institutions. But it's also a threat to the character of our nation. Democracy doesn't happen by accident. We have to defend it, fight for it. That literally threatens our entire democracy, our basic rights and freedoms. For the last few years, our democracy has been threatened and attacked, put at risk, put to the test. The threat to this nation, to our democracy, is real. Tyrants and dictators all over the world are using the same language.
What, in your view, constitutes the primary threat to freedom and democracy at home?
Donald Trump. Seriously.
We have to talk about something that is absolutely major. This is huge. The gloves are off. Uncle Trump, he's had enough. After watching, I've said this before and I'll say it again. I truly believe Charlie Kirk was going to be a president someday. Not now, not anytime soon, right? I think J.D. Vance, right, is going to be the next president after Trump. Or maybe DeSantis, even though, I'm a little iffy on DeSantis. But he's a great governor, right? DeSantis is a phenomenal governor. But I think within the next 20 years or so, Charlie Kirk was probably going to be a president. I think that's the trajectory that he was on, right? The ultimate debater. I mean, you could not prove this guy wrong for anything. I would have loved to have watched Charlie Kirk get on stage in a debate versus, I don't know, a Gavin Newsom or AOC and just absolutely embarrass them. Absolutely embarrass them. More than likely, it would have been like an AOC type, right? In the next 20 years or something. I could see that, in the Democrat Party, if the Democrat Party doesn't splinter apart like I think it actually will, but that's neither here nor there. That would have been hilarious to watch. Absolutely hilarious to watch. But Uncle Trump has had enough, man, and he's just saying it out loud now. I want you guys to check out these couple of clips because this is huge. Let's dive in.
Have to be careful. When we attack people, we have to be careful.
You mentioned Charlie Kirk, sir. What organizations on the left went physically investigating? We talked about this last week.
Well, the problem is on the left. If you look at the problem is on the left. It's not on the right, like some people like to say on the right. The problem we have is on the left. And when you look at the agitators, you look at the scum that speaks so badly of our country, the American flag burnings all over the place, that's the left, that's not the right.
Do you plan on investigating?
We'll see. We'll be announcing. They're already under investigation. They're already under major investigation. A lot of the people that you would traditionally say are on the left.
They're already under investigation?
Already under investigation.
Have you asked to start revoking the visas of those who have celebrated Charlie Kirk's death?
What?
Have you asked to start revoking the visas of the foreigners who have celebrated Charlie Kirk's death?
No, we haven't, but we are looking at names. We don't like that. That's not right. We wouldn't celebrate if something happened on their side, and we don't. These are sick people. These are really deranged people.
Any progress on the Fed chairman, sir?
Well, other than I don't like him.
No, but if you are
he's incompetent.
Other than I don't like him. Trump's hilarious, man. Uncle Trump is absolutely hilarious. But yeah, man, they're under investigation. The gloves are off. I mean, he said it flat out right there. These are some sick people. And, it's always interesting because they always call us the hateful individuals and the nasty and terrible. But the truth of the matter is, if a leftist came up to me and wanted to have a genuine conversation, right, or a genuine debate, I'd be open to it. 1,000% open to it, or just have a discussion, sit down and have a dinner together, right? But do you think that would actually happen? I guess I should say. No, it wouldn't. they would not be willing to sit down and have dinner, chit chat, right? But we're labeled as the hateful and the mean and the nasty and terrible folks. And it's like, I don't hate you. Not at all. Not by a long shot. I disagree with you. I think some of your ideas are stupid, quite frankly, right? But I don't hate you. That's silly talk. Why would I hate you? That doesn't even make sense. Why would I hate you? I don't agree with you, but I don't hate you. And just because we disagree doesn't mean that I have to hate you. But anyway, check out what Stephen Miller had to say. He did not mince words either.
And let me tell you something I'd not share with anybody, but the last message that Charlie Kirk gave to me before he joined his creator in heaven was he said that we have to dismantle and take on the radical left organizations in this country that are fomenting violence. That was the last message that he sent me before that assassin stole him from all of us. And we are going to do that under President Trump's leadership. I don't care how. It could be a RICO charge, a conspiracy charge, conspiracy against the United States, insurrection, but we are going to do what it takes to dismantle the organizations and the entities that are fomenting riots, that are doxing, that are trying to inspire terrorism, and that are committing acts of wanton violence. It has to stop. And my message is to all of the domestic terrorists in this country spreading this evil hate, you want us to live in fear? We will not live in fear, but you will live in exile. Because the power of law enforcement under President Trump's leadership will be used to find you, will be used to take away your money, take away your power, and if you've broken the law, to take away your freedom, Sean.
Yeah, not mincing any type of words at all. The full arm of the law is going to come down on you. Jeez. Check out what else Uncle Trump had to say.
Given with all the that's going on with Charlie Kirk's assassination and the left-wing, a lot of left-wing violence going on, do you have plans, and actually this is a great opportunity with all these, do you plan on designating Antifa finally a domestic terror organization?
Well, it's something I would do, yeah. If I have support from the people back here, I think we'd start with Pam, I think. But I would, if you give me, I would do that 100%. And others also, by the way. But Antifa is terrible.
Are there other groups that you can think of?
There are other groups, yeah. There are other groups. We have some pretty radical groups, and they got away with murder. And also, I've been speaking to the Attorney General about bringing RICO against some of the people that you've been reading about that have been putting up millions and millions of dollars for agitation. These aren't protests. These are crimes, what they're doing, where they're throwing bricks at cars of ICE and Border Patrol. And they come in with a beautiful new car. They're so proud. It's Border Patrol, ICE, it's got whatever it is. And they're throwing rocks at it. And after 50 yards, it looks like an old beat-up vehicle. It was just brand new. It was just bought for the purposes. And they don't have to take that anymore. I let it be known. We'll take responsibility. They don't have to take it anymore. And they don't want to take it. They were told by a past administration, it became almost a culture, if somebody throws a rock at you, do nothing. If somebody spits in your face, do nothing. And I say, when they spit, you hit. Do whatever you want. You do whatever the hell you want. I watched it so sick it made me. For 4 years, I had to sit home and watch people screaming at policemen and spitting in their face, and they weren't able to do anything. They just had a grin and bear it. They're standing up like a piece of steel. And a woman, in many cases, women, you can see they're professional agitators. I had one the other night. I had 4 the other night, all in one group, total phonies. I started to scream when I got into a restaurant, something with Palestine. And I said, well, I'm doing a great job for peace in the Middle East. I should get lots of awards for that, right? With the Abraham Accords and everything else. But a woman just stood up and started screaming. And she got booed out of the place, too. There were a lot of people in the restaurant. I went there to show how safe, and it was safe. I mean, the woman is just a mouthpiece. All she was a paid agitator. And you have a lot of them. And I've asked Pam to look into that in terms of RICO, bringing RICO cases against it, criminal RICO, because they should be put in jail. What they're doing to this country is really subversive.
It might be ending very soon. This nonsense, this fake outrage, right? This these created protests, it may be ending soon. It may be ending very soon, and that is quite interesting. Really quite interesting. Y'all let me know. Do you think the Trump administration is going to get to the bottom of this? Me personally, I have no reason to think that they won't, right? We already know some of the potential names that are connected to some of these organizations that are, organizing these protests and sending money to this group or that group. So I don't think that it would be very difficult to figure it out. Now, of course, I'm sure there's been some kind of, finagling with the way things have been done so that it's not super easy to for sure track it back. But I think ultimately they will be able to track the money back. But that's just my humble opinion. Like I said, you guys can let me know in the comments what you think. And it's just really unfortunate that we're even at this place in this country where, it seems as if one side, the left, thinks that now it's okay to try to put people 6 feet in the dirt because you disagree. To me, that's a weak stance, and it proves that we're right. They can't make an argument against what it is that we're saying. Their ideas don't stand up to scrutiny. And honestly, I've been saying that for quite a while. Democrat ideas don't stand up to scrutiny. And that's why you see a lot of Democrats running and hiding when it came to debates. Running and hiding, ducking. When they were getting called out, hey, yo, come out and debate me. Like that, they were all running, hiding, and ducking. Or, as I saw at the beginning of this journey, when the facts come out, they always ran. Always. Or they call you a bunch of names. Oh, you're a fascist, and you're a phobe this, and you're a phobe that, and you're a racist. And then they storm off. And now, unfortunately, they're putting some folks 6 feet in the dirt and celebrating over it. And to me, that is absolutely, first off, it's sad, obviously. But like I said, it proves us right. In my humble opinion, proves us right. Because if you could prove us wrong, then you would just prove us wrong in a debate. You wouldn't be saying, oh no, we're gonna kill these people. You would say, okay, here's the facts laid out right in front of you, and this proves that all of you folks on the right are absolutely wrong. It would literally be that simple, but unfortunately, I guess we don't live in a simple world anyway. Y'all get in the comments, let me know your thoughts and your opinions about all of this. I think Trump's going to take down this network. I think he's going to take it down. But as always, what do y'all think? Peace and love. I'm out.